Yo, we're all backstage jamming out to our new intro.
It's tough. It's tough.
Good. It feels good. I dig it, man. And then coming in with some silence, man. Where's my intro? Where's my music, man? Where's my music, man? Everybody, man.
Yeah, with some beats.
We're not a buttoned up show at all, man. It's not what we're about, man. We do all this stuff here, but of course, man. Peace and blessings. Your boy Eli Rax. It's Mr. Glass Half Full and El Jefe in the building, and our extraordinary producer Danny B is here today, guys. If you can, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, guys, just to let you know. Go over there, run those numbers up. And today is very important, just like every day we do a live, guys. Send New York Revival to the NFL Draft. That's right, all your super chats will get us to the NFL Draft here today, guys, minus the YouTube 30%. So if you guys want to kind of get rid of that 30% for us, head over to our X account, man. You'll see our Venmo, you'll see our Cash App. Hit those buttons, even our PayPal. Yeah, we're that old, all right? We even got a PayPal, all right? Go over there, hit that button, man, and donate, and put in the description 2026 NFL Draft. We'll give you guys a shout-out live here on the show, man. So we do appreciate all the support. Guys, listen, we're not even close to our goal, so we need your help. I think I know what we need. I think I know what we need. Jeff, I think we need a photo. We need a photo. You remember you had us... Revival's going to. We need a Revival's going to Pittsburgh photo, and we need one of those tracking number
the meter.
Things too.
The meter.
Yes, the meters. Those two things are what got the vibes going. I think that's what we need.
It was almost believable.
Was it better? Was it better that it was kind of like man-made on a piece of paper, and not a nice graphic at all?
Yes. I think that's what makes us, man. Like, you know what I mean? We're not a buttoned-up type of show, man. We're the podcast for the people. All right, just write it down on a piece of paper and throw it out there. But guys, I think for something, we're gonna try to do something for the people, man. Maybe something during March Madness 50-50 raffle type thing. I'm thinking of. I don't know. Yeah. How you guys get involved, we'll let you know later on in the show. Of course, we're gonna try to raise money and hopefully do that to you guys and have some fun. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like I said, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe. But guys, I just want to say this real quick: USA. Men and women struck gold, man. And what a game in the overtime, man. By the way, Speed, F, you guys actually did your thug thizzle and actually was like, yo, I'm going live for this. There's no way in hell I'm going to sit here and watch this alone. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it. But, guys, you actually killed it. But let me hear y'all thoughts and process going through that game, man, because I was watching that at home with you guys, and I was just like, damn, this is fire. This is fire. You know what I mean? But give me your thoughts.
So some are saying me and Spiro went live for the semifinals to get them to the gold medal. A lot of people are giving us credit.
I agree.
We didn't ask for it, but we said the vibes correct. I heard that.
It's just a fact. It's a fact, dude.
As we had Red Bull and vodkas on a Friday afternoon.
Wait, no Tito's and vodka? No Tito's and vodka?
There was Tito's and vodka.
But that gold medal game, man, just insane, because you could see how much more powerful the Canadian side was. They just seemed bigger, stronger, faster, especially after the first period when they settled in, and US just hung on. There were so many plays that could have gone either way, right? Mm-hmm. There was an empty net that they missed. We had a double post right at the end of the second, I think. And so there's a lot of things that could have swung that game. And then I'll let Spiro take it over for overtime. I mean,
Hellebuck, first of all, shout out to Hellebuck for putting on a performance for the ages. That goaltending performance was all time.
All time.
He had 40 plus saves, and literally the save of the century. And you're gonna see it on posters on kids' walls for years that want to play hockey. This is one of those moments that transcend. Like that take a sport to the next level. I know it's been since the 1980s, 46 years since the last one. And you're going to have kids that will remember this moment for the rest of their lives. And that's the kind of impact that this made. Second most watched hockey game ever in the United States. 2010 was the last one where we lost in overtime. But to beat the Canadians at their own sport. Listen, let's not make any bones about it. Hockey's our fourth best sport, right? If hockey's our fourth best sport, and we beat those motherfuckers. I'm sorry for all the Canadians out there, our Canadian friends. JS, I see you out there. We beat you guys at your own game. It's a tough look. It's a tough look for Canada, but it's one that will propel a generation of young kids to be hockey players in this nation, and I hope that takes the sport to a next level in terms of popularity, because it's clearly fourth. It's been gaining. I'd say it's gaining on baseball, gaining on basketball a little bit. Football's always king. But man, a game like that, and I was watching on my phone. I think I told you guys, I had booked, my family had booked Monster Jam for this Sunday.
You did say that.
Yeah,
you did say that, brother.
And I was praying to the gods. I was praying to the gods that snowstorm was going to come in and cancel the listen, my kids, like, if it wasn't my kid's first time, I would have been like, all right, I want to go. This is the third time.
I dig it. All right.
Yeah, I was like, but with my luck, the snowstorm came as soon as we were in there, but you should have seen the amount of dudes that were streaming the game on their phone. And when that goal hit, there was a shout. Everybody went nuts in the arena. And it just I felt a rush of blood. I was running around cheering. It was just so exciting for the nation to finally come together on something, rooting for the same team. And I loved every second of it.
Not only that, man.
Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, about to say, man, I want to talk about the women's too, man, because they brought home gold too. Like, it was just so great. Like, as far as hockey and it was just great for America to actually win some gold, man.
Thursday and Sunday.
Absolutely, man. So me as someone outside looking into hockey, guys, we already know I'm a novice when it comes to hockey, right? You guys got to put me on to it, especially with the Rangers about a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Now I don't pay attention to them much. I'm like, they're nobodies now. They went from hot to not no more. But still, you guys got me into that sport a little bit. So just watching that, I was just like, man, like, I just can't believe, man, as far as that was bigger than any Rangers game that I've seen in a very long time. Don't get it twisted. I do like the playoff runs that they had. It was absolutely exciting. But we want to talk about winning and actually saying, man, like, I wish the Rangers was this good, man. And I just want to ask Hefe and etc., man. Like, guys, am I the only one that just yearned for the Rangers to get back into relevancy? Like, this should have put the battery in that back a little bit.
Dude, you're spot on, because when Rangers had those playoff runs, you had the same anxiety and excitement. But this was just times 100, because it's one
best
game.
On best. It's best on best.
This is not four
series.
Different best of series where you can get fatigue after that, because it's every other night of that anxiety. And like, overtime is just such an insane rule that they have. But like, it's with how skilled these guys were, you knew it was going to be quick. There's no one little advantage, and you knew this thing was going to be over. And U.S. turned it on them, man. And once they had that little break, they wanted it bad in overtime. And Jack Hughes, and I'll just say this as a Rangers fan. As a Rangers fan, I always enjoyed watching Jack Hughes play. It was easy to hate him because he's on a rival team, but he's a great player. And for him to do that with USA on his jersey made me a fan of his forever. I don't give a shit that he's on the Devils. That's just where I'm at. That's the kind of Rangers fan I am. Respect the hell out of him and his brother and the way they played for US. Tough as hell, getting his teeth knocked out, coming back a minute later, and then burying that in overtime. Unbelievable. And I don't know. I'm a fan of his forever, regardless of the club that he plays for.
You know what?
Yeah.
Steve, I'm sorry, man, because I want to go off a little bit on this, man.
Yeah.
This upsets me a little bit, right? When someone wears the USA uniform, I don't give a crap what team they come from. So, for an example, when we had the Dream Team and Magic and Jordan Bird, they all got together. We didn't care if they played for LA or the Celtics or Chicago. We didn't care. We were just like, man, this is the Dream Team. These guys are representing the United States of America. So I want to hear everybody, like, as far as everybody's like, oh, how can you celebrate this guy, Jack Hughes, knowing that he's not a Rangers? But that all that's put aside. when you put on the United, that red, white, and blue, and you go out there and you represent this country, all of that stuff and that rivalry is put aside. You root for those guys who put on that USA uniform. So to everybody that's out there that's like, oh, Jack Hughes is this, there's no way we should root for him. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up for real, man. You guys you should have no say. He went out there and put on a clinic for us, won us the game-winning shot, and also took a shot in the mouth there with a hot stick. And you guys are out there talking about because he's for the Devils, we shouldn't root for him. Shut the F up. Shut up. Nobody want to hear you cry. You just want gold for us, man. Leave that to a side. When they put on that uniform, just like the military, we go out there and we put on for that red, white, and blue. It's all about the USA. Forget about anything else. So shut the hell up for all those people crying out there. I'm sorry. I mean, off my soapbox. I'm sorry.
You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong. Especially for us Ranger fans right now, we should not be there's nothing to go back to. Like me and Jeff made a skit about this today. The level of competition where these guys, they call it best on best. It's the best players from each nation. So you're taking the best players from the NHL and loading them up, especially in US and Canada. And Russia would have been another one that would have been a force. Sweden was stacked. There's a couple of countries that are stacked. But for for Ranger fans to worry about a Devil team right now, when we are literally in last place and gunning for the number 1 pick, there's nothing to go back to. There's nothing to go back to right now. The season is lost. It's done. And the hatred to watch Jack Hughes take one in the teeth, and the tears and happiness and love for our country. If you love our country and you love sports, how you just don't put that aside for at least a couple of weeks to a month, of jubilation to watch that whole thing come together. Watch the nation come together. How many watch party highlights did you guys watch after that? Reactions. Like watching people just exploding in their own houses with their family, friends, people at the bars, anywhere. I was high-fiving random strangers at Monster Jam. Like that's the kind of shit that brings this nation together. Mike Tirico said it best. Like, all the kids in this world look up to this moment because our country loves sports, and there's nothing that brings our nation together more than a sporting event like that. And you saw it happen live, man. And you saw it with the ladies, too. Shout out to the ladies. And that lady, Keller, with that game-winning goal, that shit is what you dream about when you're 5 years old on the ice. You're dreaming about being on a U.S. hockey team. The move she put on to finish it, to win the gold medal. There's nothing, like a moment-wise, like there's nothing that it's a walk-off buzzer beater like that. That move, follow with that goal to beat Canada, for the gold medal. You might as well close up shop for the rest of it. It doesn't get better than that.
Dude, you want to talk
it's almost
about that's like the killer crossover. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
Like a small delay.
Yeah,
that's like the killer crossover, right? As far as Tim Hardaway, that's like the AR crossover. She crossed them over. I was like, my God, I didn't know it was that nasty. I didn't know they moved that nasty.
And you saw you see all the reactions of the fans. Every reaction, video, everybody goes, "Ooh, ah!" There's two reactions to the move, and then to the subsequent goal after that. And I couldn't get enough of it.
Same, bro. Yeah, that five.
Jack Hughes finishing that one. It was a weird shot because usually you see it was like you didn't really see it at first, and that's a hockey thing, but. He buried it and it's stuck in the net. You didn't see it light up the back of the net or anything like that. It just goes in. Chris with a curveball. K, appreciate you. He's sending us to the draft. Let's go.
Let's go, Chris.
Ice in their veins.
Let's go.
Gold around their necks. Hell yeah, dude. But I compare it to like Keller having that, or Jack Hughes, really. It's almost like, because we talked to Lawrence Tynes, when you start kicking field goals, your dream is to just nail a big one, win it for your team. And he kicked his team to 2 different Super Bowls.
Wild.
He did it twice
Wild, dude.
in a 4-year period. I told him directly, if I was him, I would just project that, and that would be my alarm clock every morning, is just showing the green bet. How do you not just feel great all day? Like, oh, I'm a champion again. Look at me. Let me go tackle
Facts,
this
dude.
day.
It's like the underdog, not the forgotten story, I guess I should say, right? Because everybody talks about Eli, man, and everybody talks about the defense, but Lawrence Tynes literally got us to the Super Bowl twice.
Doesn't happen without it.
Twice. I don't think he gets enough credit as far as Lawrence Tynes. I really don't. I really don't think he gets enough credit, but that's another subject. I apologize, guys. Let me get off my soapbox.
I want to wrap this up. One last thing on USA and hockey in general, and there's a lot of controversy, and I don't want to get political here. I won't get too political into it, but there's a lot of controversy over what happened afterwards. President Trump called the USA team in the locker room while they're celebrating the biggest moment of their lives, right? And he goes through his whole Trump speech. He's trying to be funny. He's silly. He's telling them come to what happened today? Was it State of the Union?
Oh,
yeah. And this is again the biggest moment of Team USA's life, coming off of the biggest win in this country's history in the last almost 50 years, and that moment alone is awesome. You're partying in a locker room, awesome. The president of the United States, and I don't care what you think about it at the time, the president of the United States is talking to you. like that, whether you agree with him or not, it's kind of a surreal moment for a lot of these people, right? And, he, in his typical Trump fashion, he's just blabbing, and he says, hey, I want you guys to come, we know we have the ladies have to come too. And he's like, I'd be impeached if I didn't invite them. And it was, it's typical. Again, I like guy banter, locker room banter, just joking. I don't think anybody knows that it's being recorded. And in another scenario, that goes untold, unspoken about, and undiscussed. Now that we're tarnishing this huge, massive USA win by just now, all we're doing is killing the celebration. Now we're killing the celebration and saying, How could the men act like this? Because they laughed at his joke, right? They laughed at his joke. Whether half these guys have voted for the guy to begin with, or they were just nervous laughter. You're all just kind of like, like you're celebrating the biggest moment of your life. And now for that to be tarnished by saying, hey, they got to come out and apologize for laughing. And someone should have said something. Imagine you in this locker room, the greatest moment of your life, and you're talking to the president of the United States. And you imagine in that moment, he says this joke, and you're like, wait a minute, guys, that's wrong. That's wrong. Imagine this guy, all these teammates of yours are partying, drinking, drunk, and you make a statement at that point and stop everything that's going on and tell the president of the United States you made a distasteful joke. Like, no. You let it slide, you laugh about it, you hang up, and that's what they ended up doing. And it should have been water under the bridge. But instead, now we have journalists saying, you need to come out and apologize. You need to come out and retract your state, like the laughter that you had. And this U.S. men's team isn't what we thought, And it's like the stuff that comes out afterwards. Can we let these 20 to 30-year-olds enjoy something in their lives? One of the biggest moments. Can we let them just have 2 days of enjoyment and let them enjoy the biggest moment of their lives before we go trashing them about our feelings on the topic? And I don't know, man. I got frustrated by that because it was such an awesome moment for our country, and to turn it now because of a simple thing that was filmed in a locker room after such a great moment. I hate that happened. I don't know what you guys think about it, though.
Let me say this, man, because I think right now, as far as a country, we are so divided. Like, it's like you have to pick a side or else, right? I remember back in the day when I voted for a president and he did not get elected. I wasn't like, screw that. I'm not going to support him. I'm not going to this, that, and the third. No, you supported this country and you supported the leadership. You go, you know what? It wasn't my guy, but I wish you the best, right? I think people need to get back to that. So for the president of the United States in that moment to make that joke, and again, I don't think that was something that should have been recorded, but also have to say this, he got voted in, whether we like it or not, or whether some like it or not, right? He got voted in. The people have spoken. So whether that joke was distasteful, be mad at the president. Be mad at the president
right.
for that. Be upset. But don't be mad at these people here that just sitting there laughing and joking and just excited at the moment. Because I'll tell you, most of us in that moment is going to laugh that stuff off too. Because we're just so jubilated or what's the word? I'm so happy that we just won gold. I don't really care what anyone's saying. They probably didn't even really hear it to that degree. They were just saying like, hey, we are going to the White House later on, and we're going to get some medals over there too, because we put on for our country and we represented our country well in the Olympics. Nobody really the messed up part is that you guys are taking away for what they have done. And I just so hate because everyone in their mind wants you to pick a side at this particular moment because a guy that's not a politician, by the way, I have to make sure he's not going to say all the right words and etc. to make you guys feel good. We already knew that when he was running and people already voted for that, knowing what he was about. So what are we sitting here holding this guy to this high standard of making sure he got to say everything politically correct? Because I tell you, there's some politicians that say a lot of stuff politically correct and they're terrible. All right, let's be honest.
But also, but who cares what he said in the moment? Like, it wasn't about him, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't about him.
Exactly, Speed. Let them young men they don't have to apologize at all. I don't think those young men should apologize to that.
It's not that.
But if you want to pick something, you want to have a gripe, talk to the president of the United States. All right. Let those guys do them. But for you guys to pressure them to take that moment away to go see the White House, because no matter what, that is the law of the land. That is the number one numero uno. That's the president. I want to go see that. I don't care if I didn't vote for the person or not. If President Bush, which I didn't vote for at one point, if he said, hey, Eli, come to the White House and he was in office, I'm like, Mr. President Bush, thank you. I'll be there and shake your hand and say, hey, man, this is awesome. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. Why? Because I love this country. I love it. And why should we put too much pressure for people that just loves the country and that just want to be there? Maybe they didn't vote for him. Maybe
how many times are you gonna be able to go to the White House? That's probably the last time for anybody.
How many times, right? Yep. Even championship, like even when people win the NBA championship, the Super Bowl, and some of them decline it, and I'm like, but why? It took you forever to get there.
But yeah,
but it took you forever to get to this moment, the pinnacle, the high of this sport, and you're gonna turn it down for what? Leave the political stuff out of it for a second, and just enjoy the law of the land. Just enjoy being at the White House. Yep. Period. It's the same thing they crucified Kaepernick for, right? So at that point, if you want to leave political stuff aside, then leave it aside. Go see the White House. Go have fun. You know what I mean? But that's what you said. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous to hold the players responsible for a joke that the president made. And if you didn't like that joke, you already don't like him or you don't have a sense of humor. Just relax. Like, this is about the hockey team. It's not about him at all.
It's not about the president, bro. It's not. Like,
no.
Let them
and someone in the background. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it shouldn't have been broadcasted. It shouldn't have been video. Right. That could have been something that just happened and everyone understands it's a joke, a bad joke. Or they were laughing, a little bit uncomfortably, like,
right. You don't know the tone.
Let's get back to partying kind of thing. Like, you're not going to stop him and correct him. That's just not realistic.
And even when he said that too, there was people in the background who were like, yeah, women got to go 2 golds. Like, they were shouting out the women.
2 for 2.
Just because there was laughter in the room, you don't know the tone, you don't know what they were trying to do, why they were laughing. It could be awkward, nervous, funny, but maybe you just voted for him and you found it funny. Who cares? In that moment, you're not going to stop all the awesome time that's happened and say, that's a distasteful joke. You cannot say it. Imagine dragging down the jubilation that was happening in that locker room because you wanted to get that out. Like, It's just not realistic. I don't know.
And listen, man, and I'll say this too, man. Was it distasteful? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. He shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? The women worked hard. The women did their thing. And again, we don't know the tone of what he was trying to say it as. You know what I mean? Should that have been recorded? Absolutely not. But again, everything is for content nowadays. This is the world we live in. But was it distasteful? Absolutely. And was it the women's right to decline the White House or the visit? Absolutely. I'd have did the same thing if I was in their shoes. I'm like, man, what are we, a joke? Yeah, I'm not going to that. I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, then I get it for not going in that particular moment because then you're like, man, you kind of played me a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, overall, man, distasteful for the president, but don't hold those guys accountable. If they want to go, let them go. And if the ladies chose not to go, then that's fine. If the ladies chose did and you decided that they wanted to go, then let them go too. Who the heck are we, man? The people have spoken. I'm just ready to move on from this whole political stuff. Like, you got to pick
Yeah.
a side. I'm just over it. I'm just so over it.
One
But,
last
guys,
thing.
go ahead,
Can you
go ahead,
guys
Hef.
imagine how, Rangers fans feel, like watching USA win that gold with a couple of their players and then just going back to what the Rangers have been putting on the ice? Me and Spiro had that thought. So if we could take a quick break and show you something here.
Yalla!
USA! USA!
That was amazing, bro.
How the hell are we going to go from that to watching the Rangers play hockey again?
I have no idea. This is like going from Holly Berry to Lizzo.
This is like going from a perfectly aged Cabernet to a lukewarm cup of the Hudson.
This is like trading in a Ferrari for a Honda Civic.
This is like going from your honeymoon straight to a colonoscopy.
All right, I gotta draw lines at sticking tubes up my butt, okay?
That's fair.
And now we're probably gonna trade Trocheck and go full tank mode.
Weird, because I'm about to go Frank the Tank mode and drink myself into oblivion.
And who could blame you? I want to see you crowd surfing like JT Miller out there.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Well, at least go get the damn first pick, right?
Yeah, like if you're going to suck, be the best at it. Deep throat that thing, you know? And you got to mind the stepchildren, too.
Don't forget the gravy.
Like you're polishing off a freeze pop on a hot summer day.
Bro, please, you're disgusting.
And don't forget about the Jersey Devil, Jack Hughes, becoming a national hero.
Is it wrong that I kind of love him now?
Hate to say it, but I do too. Just let's not ever say it publicly. Like you're polishing off a freeze pop on a hot summer day. Glug, 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 glug.
I love you. Don't do that again. Don't do that again. I love you. Don't do that again. So many pauses.
Pausing.
The rough
fire,
recordings
though.
of us
Fire.
trying to do those things and get through it was hysterical.
I just want to know who came up with that. Who
I don't know.
It was a little
wrote that
me. I don't know.
Ghostwriter. We don't want to tell. Yeah.
Say no
Yeah, we have a
more.
ghostwriter, and we blame
one's gonna take
him.
credit for that
We
one,
blame
right?
him for everything.
Oh.
Say no more.
But it's just imagine, like, literally, I don't know if you guys saw the pictures right at the end. JT Miller's crowd surfing. Trocheck, they caught him on video saying, I'm going to get fucked up tonight. Like, they went from the highest of highs to literally coming back to the worst team in the NHL. Like, I can't imagine the level of, like, disappointment, like, to come back to. And that's it. Like, this is a 2-week stretch with your best friends, new people, awesome, like, talent levels, like, through the roof.
Made history.
Fun times. Then you go to having to play every other night in on a losing team. I'd just be checked out. I hate to say they're professionals.
You'd
They
have to
won't
be,
but
you'd have to be some kind of snolly-ghoster to enjoy that kind of beatdown.
Exactly. But guys, now let's move on a little bit here, guys. Just a little bit, because we do have a show, right? We got other things to talk about here. But guys, if you can, don't forget every super chat that you guys give us. It takes us to the 2026 NFL draft. And man, we are locked and loaded, ready to go for you guys. But guys, we have a goal to get there. Hefe didn't write this down just yet, but we're not there yet. But with your help, we can make it there. So please, if you can, super chat. That'll help us a lot. Also, if you want to get rid of the 30% man known as YouTube, just go to our IG page, go to our X page, hit that cash or that $ in that corner there, and you can Venmo us, you can Cash App us, you can PayPal us, and you get rid of the middleman here. So guys, all the help we could get is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. We'll shout you out on the show as well. And guys, really quick, Joe Schoen and John Harbaugh had a press conference today. And our amazing producer, Danny B, is going to give us some quotes.
Let's go.
Danny B, where you at, brother? Where you at?
Hey, welcome.
Let's go, Danny B. Let's go, Danny.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
What's going on, boys? It was, let's say Joe Schoen made us sound that he is the general manager, and he had to let everybody know that he's the general manager. So that was basically the crux of the
Sure did.
You know, it was
press conference.
It was like really quick. Hold on 1 second. No, I'm the damn manager. I'm tired of you guys saying I don't have the power. I got the power.
It sounded like a little child, right? A little child that's like.
I was like, what's wrong with this guy? We know you're the general manager. We just know Harbaugh makes the final decision. Shut up.
Yeah. It is a team effort between him, Don, and John Harbaugh that we made that known clearly today. But basically a couple of notes that we have today that was pretty worthy of talking about is that Dexter Lawrence came up in the conversation a bunch since he doesn't have any more incentives in his contract. So it's basically there hasn't been any talks of him getting traded or a restructuring or an extension at this moment. But at the end of this week, something could be done in terms of some sort of an extension or stuff. What would you guys feel about that? If we extend Dex after a very, very, very subpar season with not getting the sacks that he wanted and we hoped for coming back.
Well, he already had an incentive-based type of contract, right?
Right. So he has no more after now.
Yeah, I mean, if I was them, I'm like, dude, ride the contract out. Or if you're looking to extend them, then it has to be incentive-based heavy because it seems like Father Time is kicking in, right? Or it seems like he might be just hitting that cliff. Like the prime Dexter Lawrence might be gone. So to pay him like he's this prime guy, no. Like I don't know. But make it heavy incentive base. Obviously wet his beak a little bit because he is Dexter Lawrence, right? He still got some sort of respect under the new coach. He'll find new life. But make an incentive base just in case you can kind of get the hell out of that contract. And I think they'll figure it out.
So yeah, he's gonna be on the roster one way or the other. We don't know if there's gonna be some sort of extension or dare I say trade. The other person, go ahead, Space. Sorry.
Well, so the just to talk about why they would do this, right? You extend him 3 more years so you can lower his cap hit, right, for this year. So if you extend his contract, you're essentially pushing things down the road. You're hoping this last year was a blip. That's what you're also, and only the people in that building know really why that was. And I got the gist that like he's not too rushing to sign a contract either. Maybe he wants out. Maybe he doesn't believe in it. I don't know. Like, so if it stays status quo, there's a little bit of cold air in there, I think, and then there's a little bit of like feeling each other out. I don't know if that's very motivating for Dex, but I don't like where the situation's heading. To be honest with you,
You can't feel comfortable. You can't feel comfortable with giving him a deal on a down year.
That's the thing,
because you don't know if that's a sign of things to come. Then he's not worth that money, right? But the Giants also
he's turning 30 next year,
where they can't stop the run. So what are you going to let your biggest best guy inside go to? Like,
and Harbaugh mentioned that in his press conference that he is a cornerstone piece on that defense in terms of he's one of the guys that we are going to be looking to have a bounce back all pro season to get the defense back up to snub where it's been our whole traditional organizational life of 101 years.
Let me ask you, is Dexter Lawrence was good on the run last season? Was good against the run?
It's tough to say, right? Yeah. Well, he wasn't good. He wasn't terrible at anything, but here's the thing, they weren't running at him, right? Because they didn't have to. They just ran everywhere else. They ran to the edges most of the time.
They
tripled him. Right. And so then one guy can't stop the run.
and I had this conversation earlier today with a friend. It was one thing to have 9.5 sacks and then having 1.5. Like, there's something up with that. I feel like we met in the middle, especially with how sacks are and how lucky sacks can be year to year. Maybe something might be up. I hope not, but something weird is like you don't lose 8 sacks basically in a given year.
He was out of shape. If you saw him, he was out of shape.
He was in camp Cupcake all year last year, and it showed.
Yeah.
The problem is that like he had a down year, but no one knows why because he was out there a lot. So it's not like there was obvious nagging injuries. Was it in his head? Is he just getting older? So the contract will tell the facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's scary. And the other player that they talked about was Kayvon Thibodeaux. We all know Kayvon is playing on his 5th year option, $14 million. So as of right now, obviously you can't have enough pass rushers. Basically what Joe Schoen basically said, no duh. We've seen that a million times, and we've seen it work at least twice in Super Bowls. So obviously you can never have enough. And why would you trade him away in his final year? He is going to be the third edge rusher, but you can't ever have enough. And God forbid, it's football. Someone could, knock on wood, go down, and we have him stepping up. Unfortunately, the last 2 seasons haven't been the healthiest for him, but he's still better than half the league, and he would be starting on half the teams. So I'm okay and happy that we are not looking to trade Kayvon as well.
No, you shouldn't trade Kayvon Thibodeaux. Like we've been down this road before where we're
Right.
letting talent go and they flourish somewhere else. You know what I mean?
He's
Like
totally
it's time
down.
to sign him back. Like Kayvon had a decent year. Like we had Kayvon Thibodeaux that had 6 sacks, and it was great, for him, especially his rookie year. Like he showed promise, and then we were like, I don't know, but he kind of was okay. He was okay last season. I think it was warranted enough to. I mean, he's on the franchise tag, I believe, this season. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, he's in the first
Yes.
round. He's
Fifth
on the
year.
first round.
So it's not a franchise tag; it's a 5th-year
Yeah.
option. I'm not
It's
sure.
5th-year
if the
option. I'm
annual
sorry about
comes
that.
out to I'm not sure if it comes out to the same annual number, but
No,
Yeah,
well,
it
it's
depends
but
on
it's the 5th-year
players,
option.
so-
I apologize.
Yeah, it's 14.8 mil.
All right, so
so franchise is probably more, right?
Yeah,
probably
The franchise is he's getting paid like a top 5 pass rusher right now.
He is.
I mean,
right
well,
now.
no, sorry. Franchise tag would be like getting paid like a franchise
Correct.
top 5
Yes.
pass rusher.
You're getting like
15
20
mil
I
is
think,
pretty
on a franchise
decent.
tag.
Yeah, 15
Okay.
mil is pretty decent. Yeah.
Either way, 14.8 million, right? As far as his option, that's still good money for him. So
Right.
Oh yeah.
at this particular time, you let him. I think the Giants should start to look at him in about game 3, game 4 to kind of gauge, to be like, all right, let's sit down and have a talk and let's see where he's at. Because if Kayvon Thibodeaux is actually balling between those 4 games, I'm gonna be like, dude, sit down and lock him up now. Like it might get worse for us if we let him go the entire season.
My only pushback with that is our track record of doing that with this regime is not going to happen. The amount of players. That's the one thing. I would love
Joe
that,
Schoen,
and any other teams would do that, but for whatever reason, Joe Schoen does not do that at all.
But
We've seen it.
here's the caveat. You have John Harbaugh in there, right? So
Yeah.
John Harbaugh in that
True.
contract supposed to be the guy to go, okay,
Things
we
might
need to
change.
sit down and talk to him,
Yeah.
and we need
Yeah.
to go, all right, we
All
need
right.
to lock him up now. So John
All right,
Harbaugh
yeah.
is supposed to be the change there. Hopefully. So
No,
let's see
hopefully.
if that changes. At least.
Hopefully we come back to this in September, October, and it'll be like, see, I told you so type of thing for you
I'm hoping.
to us. That would be
I'm
great.
hoping.
But yeah, so that's basically the crux of everything. Today it's the standard fluff interviews. They were asked the Mr. Tish situation. I don't really know if you want to.
I want before we move on though. I want to go back to this Kayvon discussion because
go ahead. Sorry.
I think the way Kayvon that Joe Schoen said it was very telling, because
Right.
the exact quote was, "Right now, Kayvon is going to be with us." That
Right.
for me, red flag right away. Right, like you don't say that. He didn't
Right.
say anything with certainty, right? Because then he said. Shane said Thibodeaux is motivated going to his 5th season. You can't have enough pass rushers is such a cliche GM thing to say, right? He expects big things out of Thibodeaux next season in rotation. Cliche, very bland, not saying, hey, Kayvon's part of our future. We're going to look to lock him up. We believe in him. And then Shane goes on to say, to end this segment, he said Thibodeaux was a popular target at the trade deadline.
Right.
There haven't been any trade talks this offseason, but he said his job is to listen to any calls. He's bringing up the trade situation. He's saying right now, Kayvon Thibodeaux is part of the rotation. All the other things he's saying are very bland, blanket, GM speak kind of quotes. To me, that threw up, hey, someone call us. Someone call us. He's our 3rd pass rusher. I don't see him saying anything about his future, saying that he loves him. That there was no certainty in any of the statements he said about Kayvon Thibodeaux. In my mind, before the draft, Kayvon Thibodeaux is open for market. He's open for market, and that's what that quote said to me.
I would
and to
love
be honest
to
with you,
see what they would get back.
Yeah, for $14 million, if you get a top 75 pick, because we're missing, it's going to be really hard to pick 35. And then 100, and you're going to sit out. and missed so many talented players in between that second round pick and fourth round pick. We need something in the middle there.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're paying your third pass rusher right now $14 million. Can that money be allocated better while also gaining a third round pick and maybe more in between that? I'm listening. If I'm Joe Schoen.
Yeah, I respect that, Speed. I respect that. All right, we got Wan'Dale news, man, because of course Wan'Dale's on there. What you got, KDB?
So Wan'Dale caught over 90 balls the last 2 seasons. Pause. He is 1,000-yard wide receiver. How much are we going to use as a slot receiver?
What?
Yes, Spree and Jeff, man. Can't get that out of my head. So
nightmares.
So yes, there's been conversations.
Welcome to the show, Dan.
Yeah. My eyes.
Right. I'm sorry, but Wan'Dale, yes, we heard you. I'm sorry, Dan. My apologies.
So with Wan'Dale over 90 catches the last 2 seasons, over 1,000 this year, how much are you going to use at slot receiver? It is going to be an integral part of the offense. So yes. So you have those conversations right now. Right tackle, obviously, with Illuminor is the other situation. So with Wan'Dale, we're specifically talking about Wan'Dale. Where do you think his money ask would be?
Wan'Dale's what?
Well, he's gonna. I mean, this is what
15 round 15 plus.
I could see him go. I could see him going to Tennessee.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he'll be a Giant.
I don't see it, man. No. I really don't.
Within that gibberish Joe Schoen just said is that if there's a higher bidder, we won't be going. Like they have a number for Wan'Dale, and if it goes $1 million above it, they're not signing Wan'Dale back because he's saying that yes, they value it, but that you could put Slayton in there probably, and then go draft the number 2. You know what I mean? Like it's just not. It's not a dire need.
Yeah, he's number 3 on my list of the top 3 guys of Flott and Illuminor. I would prefer paying Illuminor that money.
I agree.
Same.
I agree.
Can't do a damn thing with.
It's got to be one of the other.
Line. And if I'm Wan'Dale's agent, I'm going closer to 20 and taking advantage of the season he just had, and then they're going to try and settle in the middle for 17.5, 18, and it's like that's a lot. That's a lot for a slot receiver. And it's like you can't do that with Slayton and his contract. Like that was the mess up. If Slayton's off the books, you can make that deal with Wan'Dale, and then you can get your wide receiver 2 in the draft, like draft your big in the draft. But you can't now. You're stuck with Slayton. You can't sell him for anything. He's stuck. He's gonna have to sleep in his bed now.
He's the 3rd best wide receiver on the market right now. It's Mike Evans, Alec Pierce, which take her to leave Alec Pierce. And then Wan'Dale. And again, you don't know. The problem is we don't really know what Wan'Dale is because he was the only target for the Giants last year. So he was hogging every single target. When Neighbors comes in, you're going to draft somebody else. How much is left for Wan'Dale? And you're going to pay 15 to 20 million for your wide receiver 3? Hey, Bartlett, let's go.
USA. Jack Hughes is an American sport coat. Let's go, fellas, and NYR chat, fixing elevators and watching. Bartlett.
Let's go, Bartlett.
Just doing man.
We love you, brother. We love you, brother. We appreciate
Only Bartlett could fix an elevator and send a super chat at the same time.
We're gonna do something big for Bartlett.
Reigning revivalist of the year.
In Pittsburgh, we're doing something big for Bartlett. I haven't concocted it yet. I know it's happening. I might wear a Bartlett hat. I might wear. I don't know what it's going to be.
Bartlett's going to sponsor it.
He is sponsoring our trip as he did last year. The guy's fucking amazing.
He did.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But listen, when it comes to Wan'Dale, again, read through the lines on Kayvon and Wan'Dale on the quotes. He's saying, "Hey, how much of this offense is he going to be? We don't know." So you have and right tackle might be more important. Again, very without saying, Joe's telling you what he thinks about these guys right now. He's telling you flat out. Oh,
Precious from downtown.
Bro.
Yes, who's back?
Let's go. Just stopped in to show some love to the Revival brothers. Thank you, Precious. Let's go.
Thank
We
you.
love her.
Sis, we appreciate you. Thank you so much sending us to the NFL draft. Don't forget all super chats heads gets us to the NFL draft. And don't forget, if you want to cut out the middleman of 30% old YouTube, which is Uncle Sam now, YouTube, they're greedy. Go right over to our X account, man. Hit that little dollar button, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. We take it all, man, and the 100% of the profits will go to us. So thank you so much, guys. We do appreciate that. Send us to the draft, man. Thank you so much, Press. Thank you so much, Bartlett. We appreciate you. Thank you. We got Knicks talk, man.
Real quick,
Knicks,
let's because we want to send the people home. I don't know what you guys thought about it. Right now, the Knicks are down 9. They've been up and down. I want to get a real quick lay of the land here. Let's start with you, E. Mike Brown. Do you think he's? We're halfway through. We're over halfway through the season. There's about 25 games left.
I don't feel it.
A lot.
I don't feel it.
Where are you at?
I just don't feel it with Mike Brown. Like, listen, I understand. Like, this team. Like, this was supposed to be the season where the door was wide open for them, right? That you were just like, man, the Knicks is gonna win the chip. No Tatum, no who else is it? Halliburton. No one's in their way. The Knicks got this, and then here came Detroit. Right? Here came Detroit.
We pissed
the bad
off
boy
Detroit,
Pistons teams, right?
Pissed off Detroit.
And they smoking us. They're just not beating us. They're smoking us. All right. I just don't feel it with this guy. I feel like they don't play with enough urgency to me. I feel like they don't play with enough, like a little enough heart. You know what I really don't feel? I don't feel Big Cat being Big Cat. You know what I mean? Like the old Big Cat where he took over games, he dominated. It seems like he's okay being the number 2. Like he's just like, all right, we'll just give Brunson the ball and Brunson to do his thing, and maybe I'll be open. Maybe I'll grab a rebound. Maybe I'll shoot a shot. No, we need a 2. Like we need a guy. We need a 1-1, 1A or 1B. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And Cat, you were bought in here to be the 1B. So if Jalen Brunson can't get the ball up at any time, you got to be the man to take over a game too. You have to be. That's kind of like Kobe and Shaq.
This is who he's been, though.
I understand. I get it. He's soft. I get it. But there's times when you look at it there, he wasn't as soft. There's games when you go, man, he wasn't as soft. He played a little bit harder.
There's games.
He has.
You're right.
He has. And it's more on his old team than here. Like you've seen Cat, like, yo, man, like I've seen him dominate a lot more games than what I've seen him here on the Knicks.
Well, yeah, you saw JB last week was go down to the post and post up, man. Like feast in there.
For real.
Get angry.
Man. You want to shoot jumpers, big man. Like what kind of time we in when 7'3" foot dudes just shooting 3-pointers, for goodness sake. Go in the hole. Man. Go in the hole, bro.
2026.
What the hell are we in? Go in the hole. Post up.
There's not that many tough big guys anymore. There's kind of a dying breed, right?
Oh, we got one of them, Mitch. Mitch has been tough, but he's just he's a rebounding alley-oop kind of guy. Like that's Mitch. Yeah. He's not a skilled big man.
He's not a take over a game kind of guy.
That's fine. We don't, but what Mitch brings to the table, that's perfect for what he brings to the table.
Yes, I agree.
Like when he has those games with 20 rebounds and he'll have like a couple, like 10, 15 points because he's feasting on the offensive board, it's perfect. It's just, unfortunately, we're not using him enough during the season, which is fine because we need him in April and May and dare I say June. So, yeah, it's just we're in the dog days again, and it's just like if Brunson doesn't do it and Cat's not showing up that night, number 3 guy, whether it's Smith, OG, or dare I say Bridges, either of those.
Dare you say Bridges?
Dare I say Bridges, man? Oh my God, one of those 3. We need one of those 3 to play good every night, and some nights all 3 of them don't play well.
Yeah, they go quiet. They go missing, and they rotate who's going to be that third option, but they don't know who is going to be on any given night. Right. Josh Hart decides he's a scorer like 1 out of 4 games. He looks so confident, or like he never wants to shoot the ball, and it just depends on the night. There's no rhyme or reason.
It gets stagnant for whatever reason. They just stop and they just watch Jalen just like help Jalen out. Like I scream at that TV. I scream at the TV every game. It's like, can someone please help Jalen out? We can't have Jalen just driving to the hole every single play, getting murdered, and then he's scoring all the points when we're trying to dish it out to someone, and then dare I say, Shamit's finally for what?
Yeah,
Who would have thought that in September? None of us.
I know.
No.
I know.
So he's been.
It's kind of scary.
But I like
Jalen's going to want
Alvarado.
the max eventually, right?
Yeah.
He already took a team-friendly deal. So
Yep.
Jalen's going to want the max at this point in this next contract, and he deserves it. Like,
This
who are
is-
we to be like, hey, nope, team-friendly, give us a championship? At this point, though, line your pockets, dog. Like, you're doing all you can do.
That's why this is
Taylor
such a this is such a tough season because we came in with championship or bust with a new
It's
coach,
still there, though.
and now Brunson, he's going to want his new contract. That's going to change things. So if it doesn't happen now, I don't know when it's going to happen. Right? It's never been wide open. The only team in front of you are the Pistons, and it's starting to like
Celtics, yeah.
people are getting worried. And again, listen, the Pistons kicked our asses. It's not the end of the world because Boston Celtics kicked our asses last year, and look what happened in the playoffs. Things changed between February and June. Like this injuries will happen. Your vibes could be different. You guys, teams get hot,
You
whatever.
gotta figure it out, man.
But Knicks fans aren't feeling warm and fuzzy right now on the
No.
whole. They're just not. There's just like, what do the Knicks do great? Like there's the championship teams at some point do something great. Knicks don't play great defense.
No,
They're
they
not
don't play
elite
defense at all.
offensively.
That's
At
our
all.
Yeah,
That's the
problem.
problem.
They're not elite
At all.
anywhere. Yeah, they're not great rebounding. They're like, what do the Knicks
They're
do
tough.
great?
They're tough. Their thing is they're tough, right? And that is
Right.
good for playoff time. And like you saw what they did last year, but it's never pretty with them. They're just
Right,
not
never.
built that way. We're not lucky enough to have a team that just bombs
Right.
threes and crushes teams and runs them off the floor. That's just not how the Knicks are. It's like Brunson down the stretch, survive until then, and then Josh Hart makes a big rebound. Like they're sloppy, they're tough, but like they're gonna be there in the playoffs. Like Detroit's good,
Yeah,
but
We're
they're gonna
down
be
13
right
right,
there.
now in the third.
Yeah,
We're losing
it's good,
76-63. We're gonna be
yeah.
all right.
and Alvarado, I like Alvarado
Yeah, we'll
from
be
a
all
grit standpoint. I like
Right.
what he's added. Sochan will add grit.
And I
They're
like
trying
his
to
age
add
as well.
Yeah, they're trying to add defense and grittiness to this team. And I think overall it's fine. It's just, do they have it in them? Do you have that fire? Cat, do you have that fire in you? Bridges, OG.
They don't got
I
that
know
killer.
Hart's got it. You
They
know,
don't got
like,
that killer.
yeah. Do
They
you
don't got that
have?
killer.
Can you bring it out of you? Can the switch? Because right now I get it. They're coasting dog days, February, March. It's kind of like this is where you should. But
No,
now,
you gotta
starting in
get
the next
going.
2 weeks, this is where you have to start heading up. Right? We need to start seeing that. Like, oh,
We're
they
on
got
a
that.
3-game winning streak as well.
Right, and that
just
Houston win was
boils
huge.
down. It boils
Yeah.
down to: is it just the Pistons that are giving us headaches, or is it other good teams? Like tonight is a huge test. Hopefully they bounce back, but
Ugh,
um,
we'll see.
Let's see.
it's a yardstick
All right,
type of
boys.
game. So
Yeah,
I agree.
let's see.
Take
All right.
We'll do a stream.
Guys, shout out to everybody, man, that's watching 302, man. We do appreciate all the support, man. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to head over to iTunes and also Spotify. Subscribe to that as well. And guys, on behalf of my brothers, man, Mr. Glass Half, Full O, Hefe, and our amazing producer, Danny B, it's your boy Eli Rax. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace and blessings. Yes, sir.
New York's revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Wolf High Roll!
Let's go.